Hello, welcome to this video and presentation. All right, we want to solve a sampled question from a university past examination paper. All right, so this is a question on trigonometric equations. All right, so we are saying solve the equation 2 by the cube of sine x minus sine x is equal to 0 for the range is 0 to pi. Okay, so let me just erase this. I was doing some other questions on this board. Okay, so please, you can share this video to your friends, your relatives, so that they're able also to benefit. Okay, good. I think we are good to go. Okay, so so the equation that we have is 2 sine x cubed minus sine x. The answer is 0. Okay, so how do we work out this? You treat this as an ordinary cubic equation. So we can see that there's something that is common, which is sine x. So we can put out the sine x, meaning that you remain with 2 sine squared of x minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, is equal to 0. So using the zero product rule, we have got sine x is equal to 0, or it is 2 sine squared of x minus 1, which is equal to 0. All right, so sine x is equal to 0, then what is x? X can take these values, 0, 180, 360, so on and so forth. All right, because sine is 0, sine 180 is 0, sine 360 is 0, but the range is from 0 to less than 360. So meaning that this 360 is not needed. All right, so this 360 is not needed. All right, but because we are dealing with the radians, we can convert this angle, the 180, to radians. So x is equal to 0, because we know pi is equal to 180 degrees. So for this 180, this is the same as pi. All right, we're done with that one. Then we deal with the second part, which is 2 okay, let me just erase nicely. Okay. We're saying O 2 sine squared x is equal to 1, meaning that when you divide both sides by 2, this implies that you have got sine squared of x is equal to 1 over 2. All right. You can introduce a root both sides. So we have got sine of x is equal to the root of, so it will be plus or minus 1 over 2. So this is sine of x is equal to, this is the same as the root of 1 divided by the root of 2. All right. Okay, so what is this number in terms of degrees? If you remember your special angles, that angle should be, I'm sure you know it. So if we have, I can just take you in case you have forgotten. So in case you have forgotten, I can take you there. Okay, so if you have this is of course a 90 degrees. You would say this is 45, this is 45. This is what you are saying so this is 1 and this 1 and this is the root of 2. So sine of 45 is equal to the opposite is 1 over the root of what? 2, which is the same as this, right? So what does it mean? It simply means alpha, we can get alpha. I'll say sine alpha is equal to the root of 1 over 2. One, you can maintain this or divide. So first, alpha is the first quadrant angle. All right. You remember those procedures of getting angles. So it means alpha is 45 degrees. All right. Now, this is not our answer. We need to go back now to look at this. Let me erase this now. I think there is no need. Okay, so this alpha will help us now find the angles. How? You remember your Cartesian plane. That this is the first quadrant, or students take chemistry, meaning that for this positive, sine is positive in the first quadrant and the second quadrant, meaning that x, this will imply that the x will be 45. All right. Then it is also positive in the second quadrant. So to find in the second quadrant, you're going to say 180 minus alpha, which is 45. So you have got 135 in the second quadrant. So you have got 135 degrees. All right. Then there is this negative. So where is alpha negative? In the third and fourth. So in the third, you're going to say alpha, you're going to say 180 plus alpha. So 180 plus 45. So this will give you 225. Then in the last quadrant, you say, because sine is negative in the fourth quadrant, you say 360 minus 45, you have got 315. All right, now these values are given in degrees. So we are dealing with radians. Look at the range, our range is in radians. So we are going to convert. You can convert this. You say x is equal to, how do you convert? All right. It's very simple. So we are going to say, if I want to find x, all right, I'm supposed to multiply the angle theta I want to convert by pi over 1/8. All right. So I'll just give an example for the first one. So the angle I want to deal with is 45 times pi over 180 degrees. You can divide everything. So 45 here is 1, 45 here is 4. So it means you have got 1 over 4 pi, or pi over 4. Okay? So repeating this, why you put 135 by pi over 180 for this one, you are going to get now 3 over 4 pi. For 225, you can repeat the same. You can say 225 times pi over 180. Are you able to try that? Okay. So we are going to get 5. We are going to get 5. Okay, so what are we getting? I'm going to get 5 over 4 pi. Okay. Then the last one, this one you're going to get 7 over 4 pi. These are the possible answers. Okay. But remember, we also have another set. So allow me to erase. Okay. Allow me to erase. Or, let me say, or we said x was equal to 0 or pi. So it means the set, this means that the set of solution or the solution itself will be equal to, if we can put in a set, we have got 0, 1 over 4 pi, then you have got 3 over 4 pi, then we have got, you can even put your pi, this one, then you have got 5 over 4 pi, then you have got 7 over 4 pi. So this is a set of possible solutions. All right, so this is what you're supposed to do, okay? Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and share with your friends and colleagues. In case you want to reach me, you can reach me on 0978 56 58 76, or a friend of mine, 0979 67 38 09. This has been Mr. Phiri. Okay. Till next time. Shalom, shalom.